Welcome everyone, this is Sakot speaking, and I'll show you your punching bag in this guide regarding the big hunk of metal, the Greatsword. Although it may seem as a fairly straightforward weapon, and in all fairness it is, when compared with the other weapons in the game, there are quite a few things you need to be aware of when you're going out in the hunt with this big shungus. So get comfortable, because we're charging up right into this. So starting off, let's talk about the main 3 hits on the Greatsword. Each attack has the possibility to charge up 3 levels, with increasing damage output with each one. This is the main method to deal damage, and what you're going to try to do for most of the time. Additionally, you can readjust the direction of your attack while you're charging up, really slightly. But trust me, it can be good enough with good positioning. There are some things you can do besides charging up your attack. You have a spinning horizontal cut that closes some distance, and can be changed into the charge move again, to chain together again with the horizontal cut, back into the charge move, and so on. Or, if you want to get closer while giving some hits, you can do the horizontal cut, link it into a shoulder tackle, and finish off with another horizontal swings that covers much more distance. Also, to finish off, you can also do a bash with the blunt side of your sword that does some stun damage if you hit the head. The horizontal cut and the shoulder bash can be used in the middle of the 3-hit combo. However, while the horizontal cut will not move the combo into the next part and keep it at the 2nd level, using the shoulder tackle can move the combo from the 1st level to the 2nd level and then into the 3rd level of attack, at the cost of each level taking a bit longer to charge. This move also has another useful trait, but let's talk about it in a little bit. Also, on a funny side note, if you want to do the Switch Axe Eternal combo with the Greatsword, you can do that now by combining the horizontal cut with a vertical upswing endlessly. But instead of spending stamina, you'll just destroy your arms trying to swing that giant hunk for some amazing peanut damage. One interesting addition, particular to the Monster Hunter World, is that by firing slinger ammo in the middle of the combo, this allows you to reposition yourself much more, and you can still work up the main combo. This is especially useful as if you spend ammo, you can move from the level 1 charge straight into the level 3 charge. Now, moving on into the jumping attack. If your hunter is high enough, it does a small second jump and charges the attack up to 3 levels. So I recommend you look for ledges, climbable walls, or even wire bugs in order to make use of this. Also, release before you hit the ground, or your hit will lose some power. Although, you can also choose to delay charging up, just so you can cover more distance if you jump from on high. Another very situational move, the sliding attack can only be done when you slide down a slope. You can start charging your move when sliding, and when you release the button, you will attack as you jump upwards, and then you have the option to attack again for a downward multi-hit attack. This can also allow you to mount a monster, although if it doesn't happen, you can immediately move into your combos without having to stop. To end this part, let's talk about blocking and kicking. You can use the blocking to diminish damage you receive, as long as you prepare and hold it before you get hit. The kicking is an attack you can do while keeping your guard up, but let me be honest here. This is a move I've barely seen other hunters use, and I myself have used it rarely. I feel I might as well go kick a wall, or maybe kick up some dirt. But it is there. Maybe to play some barrel soccer, or football, if you prefer. Now, I won't keep you trapped here any longer. Let's move on into more practical scenarios. The aspect that draws me into using the Greatsword is the feedback you get when you use it, the impact of the weapon when you hit your target, the ease of making enemies stagger and flinch after a well-placed hit, the satisfaction of predicting the monster movements and getting your best hit in, and even managing to take advantage of an opening for some extra pounding. It's a weapon that rewards exploiting the monster weaknesses and openings. Used correctly, you can break parts, cut tails, mount and hunt with relative ease. The satisfaction you get from seeing those big numbers pop up, as well as suddenly breaking off parts from the monster, with just a few placed hits is immense. Beside this, successful hits can lead to more openings, such as when they flinch or fall, which will allow you to continue your slaughter. Just take a look. One of the exclusive moves I find incredibly useful is this weapon's ability to redirect your jump if you're high enough. This will allow you to adjust yourself to the monster's own movement and get a big hit with the possibility of mounting him. This is incredibly useful for this weapon, since a successful mount can lead to an attack that knocks the monster down and gives you a good opening for a full combo, if you're fast enough. Just a small side note, although monsters have a harder time hitting you when you are in the air, you aren't invulnerable, and you can be interrupted mid-jump. Still, don't be discouraged. With some study, patience and practice, you'll be a Monster Hunter champion in no time. It'll become so instinctual, you'll be practically running at the monsters when you see an opportunity. Another particular move that is hard to pull off, but it is what will enable you to push through into delivering your greatest moments, is the shoulder tackle. This move gives you resistances to knockback, which allow you to withstand a hit from the monster without disrupting your combo. This also moves you forward with the option to close the gap even further with an horizontal swing, and reduces the damage you take if you get hit while performing the move. With such, you are able to avoid losing your combo because you are charging up. Just remember you're not invulnerable when doing this, and that you need to do the shoulder tackle for every hit the monster makes. And even not the hits themselves, even when they scream you need to do the shoulder tackle or you get interrupted. But when you master it, it is a sight to behold. Just watching you push through and through until you can land that sweet hit, it's amazing. But just don't forget they can hit back too. Now, although the weapon is very satisfying, it can also be very frustrating, as it has one major con that makes using it effectively a skill in itself. It is a very slow weapon. From the movement, the charge time, the turning while charging, everything takes a long time and leaves you open to being interrupted. A shoulder tackle can help, and it's almost required to do so in most situations, but it requires precise timing, and if you try to get the strike in before the monster attacks, you're probably gonna get hit and interrupted again. Also, I find it difficult not to get greedy to try and get your strongest hit in after you just do one perfect shoulder tackle, and then you do another, and you keep withstanding the attacks the monster makes, only to be interrupted mid-animation and the one getting hit is you. Without proper training and understanding of the monster's behavior, it's easy to get interrupted again and again and again. It happens so often, it's easy to get the feeling the game is against you. But that's not it at all. The game is definitely out to get you. They are monsters after all, and when they are not eating each other, you can bet you're on the menu. But hey, at least you can block with your Greatsword too. Now, before we end the video, I'd just like to say that I'm not by any means an expert. I'm just a huge fan of the series with experience in several Monster Hunter titles. I'm just trying to help newcomers understand the weapon and what they can do with it. As I firmly believe that Monster Hunter series encourages players to hunt the way they like best, and also believe that there's no gear that will guarantee your victory, and this has been proven by many developers saying that it's mostly based on your skill and not the gear you carry into your hunts. So what the game does bring is a lot of options that support very different methods of playing. What I want to be clear on this is please don't take this video as rules you should follow when you're hunting and using the weapon. I'm just hoping this will be more of a guideline to help you improve based on the experience I've had with the game series. Hopefully this video showed you something new with the weapon, or at least you enjoyed watching me getting knocked around silly. To give my personal thoughts on the weapon, I think the Greatsword is an extremely fun weapon to use. Which has a very particular feeling, which is this can either make you feel like a god when everything connects in one moment, and then something unexpected happens, and just as you blink, you've been carded and you're back in camp. It takes some time to understand using it, and it takes even more time understanding using it on the different monsters, since monsters have different moves, speeds, attack patterns, etc. But I don't think any other weapon makes you feel as powerful as this weapon does. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I had a good time here. Next up I'll be making a video on the dual blades. Talk about a change of pace. Please let me know what you enjoyed, and also what you didn't enjoy, your suggestions, or even what else you'd like to make me see, in the comments below. This has been Sakot, and I hope to see you wonderful people in the next one. Until then, good hunting!